Hey friends, hope you're doing well. I'm Dr. Milind. So let's talk about NEET PG 2022 final month as we have just 1 month left. So I'll be sharing few things in this brief video about what should be the things that you should be doing in last 1 month. And also I'll tell you that how can we predict the rank that you are going to get in this NEET PG 2022 with few simple facts. So let's start today's video. So before starting, let's start it on a positive note. So let this positive thought sink in. So remember, guys, you have been giving your everything for last few months. You have been reading. You have literally sweating. It's just 1 month between you and your dream, and this month is going to change your life forever. You'll be living your dream shortly after, and you'll be free from this brutal race, and we'll never have to study these 19 subjects again. So let's start with this positive thought. So we have to make a final plan. So as I said, that divide your subject into weak and strong subject. So how to do that? I have given these charts previously also. So this is actually based on the like we know that we need certain amount to get a rank. So this with this accuracy level in all these subjects, we get a very good rank, like in top 1,000. So try to get close to this accuracy. So even if you are within range, like for example, if 80% is expected in anatomy, even if you are able to reach up to 70 75, then that is also acceptable, because you'll get even better than that in real exam. So try to see where you can improve. If your pathology accuracy is 40 50%, then there is something you label it as a weak subject. So you divide as per your weak subject and strong subject, and we will work on that. Even if you are, suppose for example, you are finding like ophthalmology, you are finding it difficult to increase the accuracies to 70%, it's okay. You can try like in surgery and obs gynae, which are easier subject, but even 60 70% is acceptable in such scenarios. So you can work on that. So once you have divided your subject into weak and strong, see which are your weak subject, because not every week subject you have to work on, and every week subject as per their category will require a different kind of action. So if your weak subject is a rank building subject, so as we all know that your first and second top subject, which I call rank building, are very important, as they the lot of questions are asked from them, and they form the basis for your medicine questions as well. So if your these subject are weak, and so you have to revisit your notes, and in the remaining time give more time to them. Spend maximum or time on revising those notes from your basic sciences, and whichever subject you find very much difficult, you can solve more mcqs from that. If your weak subject is rank maintaining, that is your big four: medicine, surgery, obs gynae, and psm, you can revisit all the high yield areas. Don't read cover to cover. Subject like medicine, don't have to read cover to cover. Visit high yield topics, the questions which are again and again asked. So concentrate on those important areas. Lastly, rank deciding which are your short subject. One tip which I received from my senior, who was all India topper: you do the last 5 year previous year questions. If the questions and the discussion is on your fingertips, you'll get most of your short subject questions right, because things don't change much for the short subject. So you can divide your subject as per that, and you can take action on that subject. Whichever are strong, like for example you're getting consistently higher grade, you can give less time to them. You can just go through them quickly. You don't have to spend a lot of time on that. Now when you make a daily schedule for last month, one advice I like to introduce, which I have not told previously, that in your day, start your days with previously asked questions. For example, if for a day, if you are planning studying pathology, so in suppose in 2021, if they have asked you like 24 25 questions from the pathology, so solve those questions with one glimpse of explanation. So what happens during the day when you read a pathology, you stress upon those areas which were asked recently. So your brain will tell you, okay, these are the areas which they have asked in last few years. So start your days, or start your, whenever you read, start theory. Before that, do some PYQs to know what have they recently asked, and this is specifically for the last month. Then read the theory of major subject, and you have to stress upon important topics whenever you read. And you must be remembering a lot of things now, because you have been reading multiple times. But even if there are some areas where you are not consistently or forgetting, so add those volatile points to the charts which you have made. At least try to study 14 to 16 hours a day, not less than that. Sleep for 6 hours, 2 hours for your daily chores. After that, try to study at least 14 hours, if not 16, at least 14 hours, not less than that. And this is something that you don't have to do forever, but for next just 30 days. Take out 30 minutes to discuss random points with reliable friends. So I have marked reliable friend. I'll tell you one experience. I had one very good friend. So, there were some points which we used to discuss. See, as a humanly, it is not possible to remember and read everything. So there will always be some lacunae. So take out 30 minutes, find a friend. You might have a study partner who is on a similar goal. Or if you don't live close, you can call, you can set out a time at 7:30 I will call you, and just ask random questions. See what my friend told me, that make sure whatever answer you give, either it's a correct answer, and even if you don't know, say don't know. Don't bluff it just for the sake of showing off your friend that you have been studying well. If you don't know, you say that I'll check and tell. So this will help you recalling a lot of things. This will boost your confidence, and even if you don't know, you will discuss with your friend, and in exam you'll remember this discussion. I used to remember a lot of questions whatever I discussed with my friend. So add this in last month. This will definitely help you in recalling. Spend 2 to 3 hours on MCQs daily. Don't skip MCQs. A lot of students are saying me, sir, should I spend more time on theory because I feel time is very less. Don't worry, you'll get enough time. So practicing MCQs is very important. And when you divide the subject daily, spend 7 to 9 hours on major subject and 3 to 5 hours on a short subject. And as we discussed earlier, leave last at least 3 days for mugging up the charts and all topics you have kept. Don't keep any subject for last 3 days. Now, whenever you make a subject order for last 1 month, start with the high yield subject and the subject which are weak, like you're getting lesser percentage, and you can keep low yield subject at the end. For example, anesthesia and psychiatry. So, to read these whole notes of psychiatry or anesthesia takes a lot of time, but only 4 or 5 questions are asked. And out of that, 2 3 questions will get right. So what I'm trying to tell you here, that if you have a lot of weak subject from high yield, like if your pathology is weak, your pharma is weak, your anatomy is weak, your surgery is weak, so then don't spend much time on psychiatry and anesthesia. Give that save time for those subject. And at the end, when you get time, just flip through the pages of psychiatry and anesthesia. And like subject like ophthalmology, which I used to find extremely volatile and difficult. So you have to finish your high yield and but which are weak subject first. But and remember, a lot of students say, sir, I'm not able to finish my portion. See, this is not something that we have to finish. We have to remember, we have to recall, we have to reproduce and apply it in the exam. Just don't make plans to finish subject. You have to read them well. That is the tagline. Now, what to do with the GTs and Q banks? See, this is the question I get most frequently, sir. In last 1 month, should we give more GTs or should we give less GTs? See, it depends where you stand. If you have finished your theory, if your everything is done, if you are very confident about theory, then you can give as many GTs as you want. But my personal opinion, give as less as possible. Spend more time on revising, and you can just do the random Q bank and give only if required. Your target should score ideally should be 130 to 150. If you are getting in this range persistently, you will get plus 15 score in your final exam, that I can tell you. So don't worry about that. Even we got our best rank in our real exam, even much better than what we used to get in GT. So don't worry about that. I can tell you, like a lot of my friends, whatever, all these national wise mocks are all we gave, but our best rank was in our final exam, because we're completely in a different mindset when we give last when we give the real exam. In my experience, see what I have noted, a lot of students say, sir, should we give MCQs or should we start JTS Queue Bank? Because a lot of toppers say that. And they even give example, like even Sachin Tendulkar does a lot of net practice before the real match. First ask yourself that, have you reached the level of Sachin Tendulkar in the field that you are currently in? Are you confident about, what I mean is, are you confident about your theory? See, what I have noticed in my experience, that whoever tells that give a lot of GTs and Q bank, actually these are the toppers who have been consistently toppers throughout their life. Like they were topper during their AIPMT, they're toppers during their PG exam, and they have topped all the exams. And not just top, they're like in top 50 of all the, like top 50 or top 100 in all the exams they have given in their life. See why I'm telling you this, because they study all the standard books during their UG life. They are very sincere during the UG life. So, and they have and most of them, they are the part of foundation batch, and they're very sincere during the study period. So now they are done with their theory. So they have a lot of time. So they spend on them giving GTs and Q bank because they want to polish more. So actually they are such a Tendulkar of the theory. So they just need to net practice. So, but someone like me, I consider myself as a very average student who was okay during his UG, and but who started his real preparation after internship. Someone like me, I feel that solving a QBAC and doing a more net practice is useless unless and until your theory is strong. So that is one thing I want to share. And during last 4 weeks, this is a very important point, because you should not waste more time on this QBank and GTs. So that is my opinion. You should, I think you can definitely think about it and give it a call. Then in a final month, don't try to be a perfectionist or don't be a procrastinator. See, if you are a perfectionist, what will happen? That your progress will stall. If you try to be perfect in everything, you won't be able to progress much. If you're a procrastinator, then you will not progress at all. You will not even start. If you doubt whether I'll do it or not, what will happen in exam and what I'll do, then it's useless. But instead of becoming these two, be a doer, be someone who keep trying. See, there will be always ups and downs in your preparation. In last 4 weeks you will feel like I'm not able to achieve what I want, but if you keep trying, so you neither will be slow nor you will be stuck, but eventually you'll make the progress, eventually you will be at the top. So keep trying, don't worry about the results. Now, my prediction, see why I want to put this thing into your head. See, this is something that you all know, and even you will be able to predict your rank. So why I'm telling you this, so you can integrate those changes into your preparation. And this is not only my opinion, this is what I have experienced throughout in the last 4 5 years with my seniors, with my juniors, and this is what actually one of my senior told me. So if you have been a if you see, if you have a good command on your notes, if you have read all your notes well, and if you know your basic sciences well, if you have done all the previous year questions that have been asked in the last 3 to 5 years, if they are in your on your fingertips, if you have been focused and sincere in last few months of your preparation, and if you believe in yourself, trust me, you'll end up in top 5000. I have seen all my friends, all my colleagues, all my juniors, all my seniors who I have seen who have followed the simple funda, that reading less but reading what is important, doing pyqs, they all have ended up in top 5000. Now who ends up in 5000 to 15000? So if you are someone like, there are students who are and one thing I tell you, that you don't have to be the gold medalist or very talented to end up in the top 5000. Even if you are average, you'll end up even in top 500. See, the students who end up in 5000 to 15000 are the students who are very good students, but they do a lot of silly mistakes. And the reason for silly mistakes is because they have a good command on rank building subject and these basic sciences. But usually I have seen that these people, they neglect some subject. This will neglect some short subjects, and they will do a lot of things that are not required. So when they answer the question, they get confused. So if you don't want to end up in this group, you're a very good student, even this is not a bad rank, but if you don't want to end up in this group, don't leave anything. And at least especially your notes and especially your short subject, you should not miss. Now who end up in 15000 to 40000? So I was there, I was in this group for like once upon a time, and I realized these are the students who are very hardworking, very talented, but they want to do everything that is available there. They will do whole Q bank, they will join every class that is available there, they will buy every new book that is in the market, and they will keep studying everything, and they procrastinate a lot, they self doubt a lot, and they keep thinking negatively. So what happens in exam? We panic, we do a lot of silly mistakes, and because we have read so much, maybe we know more than someone who is at the 5000, but we get very much confused in real exam. So if you read endless, if you read more, that is more than required, if you try to read and mug up everything that is there, you will get confused, and eventually you will end up in 15000 to 40000. And 40000 basically who are not serious about studies, who are still doing, wasting time and just waste not doing the real effort that is required. I don't think you'll end up in top 40000. So this is, take this as an eye opener. This is what my senior told me, and for me it was an eye opener. So be serious, be focused in last 4 months, and try to be in top 5000, so you'll get the seat that you want. Remember, your GT score will not predict your NEET PG rank. As I said earlier, even GT score range will just tell you that how are you in particular subject and how you're going to be. We all got our best rank in the real exam. So your GT score, be it a good score or a bad score, don't take it to your heart. See, remember a few things, that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So even if you feel that you are an average student, you're definitely going to beat someone who is talented. You're just 1 month away from the life you have and the life you want. Healed and focused people are the most powerful and dangerous. See, there are a lot of students who tell about, there are a lot of things happening in their personal space, a lot of family issues, a lot of social economical issues happening. But remember, guys, now I think you all have healed, and there is just 1 month we have. So stay focused. And if you're focused on your goal, you will be the most powerful and dangerous thing. See, on road to success, there are no shortcuts. Don't try to find shortcuts. Don't try to see that how can I finish this. As I said, you don't have to finish. Try to do it with your heart. Don't search for any shortcut that I will try to finish if I just read this material which is introduced by some classes or if someone told me, I follow this thing, and then I just process it in your brain. Think if it is best for you, and then follow that path. At the end of this race, not who knows more, but who remember more will win. So that's what I said, that if you are, even if you read endless things, it is not going to help you. But if you are able to recall all these things, you'll going to get successful. So guys, you have 4 weeks. Make these the best 4 weeks of your life. Give your everything, study well, and I wish you all the best. And I wish and I pray that all of you get your dream. Take care.